going on? It's Ghiman Mckinney back at y'all with a brand new jersey, Kevin Durant Seattle Supersonics jersey. As you guys know, I'm one of the biggest Kevin Durant fans out there. Go Warriors. Be sure to hit that like button right now. Subscribe to my channel if you are new and viewing my channel for the very first time. I do post a ton of great sports videos. You know, I'm really trying to grow this channel, so it really would help me, guys, if you do support this channel and share it with your friends and subscribe and like videos, as I'm trying to, you know, become a sports analyst on ESPN and Fox Sports 1 later down the road. That's the story for another day. We're going to get right into this video. Today we're going to be talking about the MVP race and why, quite frankly, James Harden is by far the MVP. It's not even close, guys. I'm sorry, it's just not close. You know, Giannis Antetokounmpo right now is my number 2 for MVP. He get my second vote, but James Harden is my first vote. It's really amazing to me how people like Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd and Max Kellerman have Giannis. And actually, Colin Cowherd at one point even had Paul George as his MVP.
What?
Ho, brother, ho, whoa, whoa, whoa.
How they are denying James Harden MVP and saying, oh, Giannis is the MVP. I just don't see it, man. I just don't. So we're going to dive into why I think that, you know, Giannis is second in my MVP vote. This is not a Giannis hate video, by the way. You know, I really like Giannis. I think he's a great player. But we're just going to talk about why I think James Harden clearly and by far should win the MVP. And it's not even close. So listen, he's putting up historical type numbers, guys. He just is. You know, James Harden, he's averaging 36.2 points per game. 36.2 points per game. That's crazy. That will rank 7th all time in NBA history. 7th all time. 7th all time. Let that sink in, okay? This is the most points since Michael Jordan in the 1986-87 season. I mean, that's over 20-some years ago, where Michael Jordan averaged just a little bit over 37 points per game. And most people consider Michael Jordan to be the GOAT. Also, if you want to bring up scoring again, has scored 20 or more points in 51 straight games. That's the 3rd longest single season 20-point game streak since the 1983 and 84 season. I mean, come on, guys. 54 games where James Harden has scored at least 30. 54 games. 28 where he scored at least 40. There have been 13 50-point games in the NBA season this year, okay? James Harden has 7 of those 50-point games. Oh, and also, did I not mention that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are not leading the league in 3-point shots made? By the way, that is James Harden. So this narrative, James Harden just putting the Houston Rockets on his back. Take James Harden off the Rockets right now and replace him with Giannis, and I guarantee you, I guarantee you, they will not be tied for 3rd in the West, because the Houston Rockets, as far as I'm concerned, are tied right now for 3rd in the West. And I mean, consistently putting up those amount of points, playing those amount of minutes. He's just putting his team on his back. And it's not like they're not winning. I mean, they're 3rd in the Western Conference right now. And guys, I'm sorry, but this does not get brought up enough. It doesn't get brought up nearly enough as it needs to. You have to take into account that Clint Capella missed 16 games. Chris Paul, one of the best point guards in the league, missed 25 games so far this year. Eric Gordon has missed 17 games, and they're still 3rd in the West and competing. I mean, this is not even a debate. I'm sorry. You know, the Milwaukee Bucks have been healthy all year. They've hardly had no starters being out. No stars. James Harden has the Houston Rockets in a loaded Western Conference. And do not come, if you want to come to the comment section, just type that somehow that the East is better than the West. I challenge you, because the East is not better than the West this year. It's just not. It's very good at the top, but you know, down bottom, no, it's not. There are several good teams in the West. The West is definitely better than the East. So the fact that you're 3rd in the West, and it's a lot more impressive being 1st in the East. It just is, because in all honesty, I don't think the Bucks will be 1st in the Western Conference this year. You know, I think they'd be a 5 seed or a 4 seed. I don't think they'd be 1st in the West. You know, they're 1st in the East. I give them a lot of props. I give Giannis props for being 1st in the East. But if they were in the Western Conference, they would not be as good. James Harden has the Houston Rockets 3rd in the Western Conference after having 3 key players miss at least 15+ games this year, and they're still 3rd in the West and competing, and still can compete for a title and win the championship. That's amazing. The fact that he has carried that team and put them on his back with those injuries. Giannis Antetokounmpo has not had to deal with that. And I'm sorry, if you take Giannis and put him on the Rockets currently right now, I do not believe they'd be 3rd in the West. I just don't. I don't see it. And you also, if you take Giannis off the Milwaukee Bucks, I do really think that they will still be in the playoffs. I really do. They still have a lot of great pieces. You take James Harden off the Houston Rockets. James Harden is the solo is basically the heart and soul of the Houston Rockets. You take him off the Rockets this year, considering the injuries that happened, they don't make the playoffs. I'm sorry, I don't think Chris Paul is that good enough anymore where he can carry a team anymore like that. Chris Paul's a great player, no doubt, but just the fact that he had games missed and then to come back, Clint Capella missed all those games. If Chris Paul to come back, he would not be able to do that on his own. James Harden is the reason why the Rockets are in the playoffs solely. He's the exact reason. I think the Milwaukee Bucks was still in the Eastern Conference, be probably around a 6th seed or a 7th seed. I think they'd be better than the Brooklyn Nets right now. I think they would be definitely competing in the Eastern Conference because Mike Budenholzer is a great head coach. So all those arguments about, I just have to bring that up because I don't think it gets talked about nearly as enough. People act like these players have been playing all season. No, they have not. A lot of people say, well, James Harden's a ball hog. He holds onto the ball too much. That is why James Harden is scoring so many points. First,
psych.
Oh, really? James Harden right now is 6th in total assists in the NBA right now. 6th in total assists. He's 11th in assists per game. So he is distributing the ball to his teammates. He's not just scoring. He is making his teammates better. He's getting them good shots. And also people want to say, James Harden doesn't play defense. James Harden's defense is terrible, man. He doesn't play defense no more. Yeah, there was once a time where I agree with you that James Harden did not play defense. But as of right now, that's very false. James Harden does play defense. I'm sorry to, hurt you and make your feelings bad. I'm sorry if you disagree with me. Steals are not everything, but there's something. I mean, you literally take the ball from an opponent and give your team an extra possession. I think that's something. I mean, people say, oh, steals are overrated. Baloney. Steals are not overrated, guys, okay? Listen, he is right. James Harden, after scoring all those points, playing all those minutes, putting the Houston Rockets on his back, okay, is in a 3-way tie right now for first in steals. Okay, so he's doing it on both ends of the floor. You want to say, well, what about those stats? He's among top 5 among guards and block shots. So James Harden right now is playing defense while putting up historical offensive numbers. Now Giannis also is playing really good defense. I think he's like 1st in defensive rating overall, which is really, really good. I agree. But James Harden's historical offensive output definitely most outweighs Giannis' overall game. It just does. Also, he's been the better passer, so he's gotten his teammates more involved this year. So that's advantage James Harden. If Giannis Antetokounmpo wins MVP, James Harden will be robbed. It will be straight robbery. I will come on here and rant. I'm sorry, but James Harden right now is the MVP. You have to give the MVP to James Harden for all the reasons that I pretty much said. But that's pretty much it for this video. Be sure to like this video, share it with friends, comment, tell me why I'm right, tell me why I'm wrong. Honestly, I don't really care. If you think I am wrong, I'm not here for you to agree with me. I'm just here to give my crazy opinions and have a little fun on YouTube. NBA playoff season is coming here, so I'll definitely be previewing that pretty soon. It's been your boy Ghiman Mckinney, and I'm good.